Wow, $355 million that the judge has ordered Trump to pay for his civil case in New York City, where he was committing crimes by uh, lying about the value of his property so he could get better loans, as well as uh, lying about his property so he could get less taxes to pay by claiming his properties were worth less than what they were. He's only barred from business for 3 years. I think it should be life, but hopefully 3 years is long enough to be a detriment to him.
Dig Deep really reflects on the history of the Trump organization, along with what was initially before him.
Yes, and because the judge, in a sense, was finding repeated and persistent fraud, as he had even as far back as his summary judgment decision, relevant to his honor is a recitation of the fact that this is not the first time this has happened. In other words, in formulating a punishment, it was relevant to the judge that this kind of thing had been going on for some time. For example, he goes into the history of corporate malfeasance. He discusses that in August 2013, the Office of the Attorney General, and I referenced this earlier, had sued Donald Trump, Trump Organization, and other entities in connection with the Trump University, I guess you would say, university that wasn't a university. So that goes back as far as 2013.
Yeah, right wingers like Trump. You got Prager University. You had Trump University or Prager U. It's not a university, and these various other pseudo schools created by right wingers, and all it is just to push right wing propaganda, lies, and potentially just to scam people out of money.
Then in 2018, Office of the Attorney General sues Donald Trump, Trump Jr., Eric Trump, for persistent violations of law based on the Donald Trump Foundation. And then, as back just recently, May 2022, Trump Organization enters into a settlement agreement with the AG for the District of Columbia. And that's arising out of allegations that the inaugural.
It is hilarious that Trump is now uh, charged and convicted of fraud. He's been convicted of sexual assault. Trump is a big criminal, and right wingers, they hate voting for criminals, but they will do whatever gymnastics they want to make it seem like Trump isn't actually a criminal. He is just a good guy uh, being hunted by the left. The right is all about the party of law and order, so it's impossible for them to vote for criminals.
Committee paid excessive fees to the old post office there. So, and then you go back to 2022, August, Alan Weisselberg, one of the parties here, pleaded guilty to 15 criminal counts of tax fraud. So very relevant to the judge here is that this has been going on for some time, at least over a decade. A little over a decade is the earliest date, the 2012 date. So that was very relevant to Justice Engoron in arriving at a dollar amount and the appropriate punishment. So this is a situation, much as it is in criminal sentencing, a criminal history is relevant in formulating a sentence. For Justice Engoron here, the history of bad behavior was relevant in arriving at a final punishment for these defendants in this civil case.
Thanks for watching.